your eyes on me. 5, 5, 6, and my feelings are mixed. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the signs. 10, kiss me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 5, 5, 6, 8, I'm taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain. Children, we're just children. Children, we're just children. Play with me, I'll play with you. I just want us to be true. Tell me that you love me too. Or just give me a clue. Give me a clue. We're just children. We're just children. Children, children. One, two, three, you put your eyes on me. 5, 5, 6, and my feelings are mixed. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the signs. 10, kiss me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 5, 5, 6, 8, I'm taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain. Children, we're just children. Children, we're just children. Play with me, I'll play with you. I just want us to be true. Tell me that you love me too. Or just give me a clue. Give me a clue. We're just children. We're just children. Children, children. your eyes on me. 5, 5, 6, and my feelings are mixed. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the signs. 10, kiss me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 4, 5, 6, they aren't taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain. Children, we're just children. Children, we're just children. Play with me, I'll play with you. I just want us to be true. Tell me that you love me too. Or just give me a clue. Give me a clue. We're just children. We're just children. Children, children.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another round of SLR. Today we are at Russia, the home of the motherland, and it's round 12, if I am not mistaken. Today by myself in the commentators booth is Biggles. How you doing, Biggles?
Very, very good. Thank you very much. Very good to be here in Mother Russia. Of course, Mr. Putin, I love you.
Yep.
It's hopefully going to stamp my passport to let me out of the country later on. But we have to be very good. We have to be very nice to El Presidente. Yes. Well, this is quite exciting, isn't it? And as you can see there in the championship, look at that, my friend. It's getting very, very spicy at the top and the middle as well, too, with some of those drivers are separated by just a handful of points.
Indeed, it is looking interesting as Eversnax extended his lead from Ocean Chip from Monza by a lot when the race started on wet conditions and then turned into dries, and Eversnax picked up a lot of positions. So we have to expect Ocean Chief to pick up the pace and hope to get loads of points and overtake Eversnax, because this is looking like a spicy battle for the championship.
You said that round 12, exactly. So we're getting to that halfway point, just over that, right on the crucial on that halfway point. And to make the Alfa Romeos are doing quite well. Snell's always having very, very good. Has been pretty consistent lately as well, and starting to improve as a driver, getting a little bit better. He's about 7th in the championship, 66 points, and his teammate Ocean, you just mentioned, they're the Alfa Romeos. They're the ones that are just leading the Ferraris by 5 points. So they've got to make sure, and then the McLarens. So it's always very close on the constructors on top of that. But yes, exactly. Ocean Chief, or even Thor, who's running in P3 with 100, just 2 points behind Ocean Chief. They can't afford to let Eversnax get too far away in this championship, because then it becomes just an impossible mountain to climb, doesn't it?
Indeed it does. I do have an issue. Never mind, I fixed it. I had no game sound for a moment, but now I do. So that fixed it.
Yeah, sorry, I should have picked up on that one. I was just reading over those standings and stuff like that. I'll make sure that the stream is all good there. A little quiet out there, you guys. in the YouTube world. I'm paying attention. I read everything that's out there, as I always do, because without you guys, who are we streaming to? We do love that you tune in and watch it. Of course, some of the drivers are listening whilst they drive. So g'day to you guys. And if you can chat to us whilst you're driving a car at 300 kilometers an hour, I'm seeing some stuff all over the track as well. I think on turn.
It's a yellow flag on the penultimate turn.
It's a whole bunch of stuff, but debris on the track. So somebody's gone into the fence around there.
Yeah, it's
yeah, drivers, I know. Yeah. Oh, there's another one going around. That's a Red Bull. He's lost it on that penultimate corner. It is actually spun. I think he's okay. Hit the wall a little bit, but something's definitely that debris or something's causing some issues.
Indeed. Because I believe we have Dr. Urfa being the first one doing his in-lap, as he's getting those faster sectors. He's currently in sector 3. With Russia, you know, it's not my favorite track at all, like, especially on wet. Like, it's a difficult track and difficult turns to take. But let's see what the drivers are capable of, as Dr. Urfa gets a 132.7. And right behind are the two Aston Martins. But they are only on their out lap.
Snell Hankey should be next across the line. The double purples, of course, be the second time today. Yeah, he's now on the penultimate corner.
Ocean with a 132.5.
Yep, that's a very good time there. I think his teammate would beat that. Yes, he was first in the 131s.
131.698. So the Alfa Romeos are looking good so far. Eversnax is looking to start the race on mediums as he gets a 132.1. So his strategy is to qualify as high as he can and start on the medium tyres for the race. So this
if he can pull that off, yeah.
Yeah, if he can pull it off.
He did get the fastest third sector, believe it or not, but these are the early days that this track has to evolve. He's just taking the gamble out there for the mediums. He can pull another banker another lap in actually, so he could commit to a second. He may very well be doing that, barring, of course, the battery, which he has about half, so, you know, he could do a couple of laps. And, well, and two, being a banker, you know, he knows he can easily come back in and slot those soft tyres on if he gets pushed outside that top 10.
As Nildo is having some troubles right now. I think he broke himself, yep. That could be a lost front wing since he is struggling to turn. Yep, lost his whole front wing.
Tricky conditions already. We're seeing some of these drivers just a little bit punchy coming out of the gate already, and we're only just in the early days of the qualifying session. Well, you wanted to know a little bit about the weather. You know, I have all the goodies when I hack into race control, so just a little overcast for the race, my friend, but no rain, so it'll be good for some people. You said yourself you don't like it around here in the brain.
Yeah, I was reading the general chart one day. I think it would be after Monza, and when it got mentioned that Russia is next, people were really complaining to not be raining. So they got the gift. It won't be raining.
They had their wish. The only raining there'll be will be the massive amounts of vodka that'll be consumed into the stadiums. That's about the only closest thing you're going to get to a clear liquid today.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, drivers as well. G'day out there if you're listening. Hello, hello. But this is another thing I was going to say. You know, there's a thing called Alexa and voice to chat.
Yeah.
There, guys. I know if you have your hands on the steering wheel at 300 kilometers an hour, you can still use a voice to chat. There was one or two drivers, I think, one day I was like, how are you driving and talking? And that's what they said. Oh, no, because I'm using a voice to text, and so it was typing for them in the chat, which was great.
That's interesting. I didn't know about that. Oh, Shakalaka hit the wall, I believe. Yep. On turn 15. He does lose a bit of his front wing. But I would assume so he was pitting in anyway, since he would have done his in-lap.
Another victim around there, tricky. That final sector, those 90 degrees to the left and to the right, catching a few drivers off.
Yes, from turn 12 to turn 18, those are the most difficult turns. So the drivers will need to watch out to not hit any of the curbs and not overbrake themselves or brake too late, or else you're gonna end up and mess yourself up.
Get back down to the driver P13, Radios in the Haas. He's now completing the second sector. Let's see what his time will be. Well, he's just 1 second currently off.
Yeah, he does get a faster sector too.
That's incorrect, my friend. Sorry, you have to use the telemetry software that I use. It always does that in the game. It's personal best.
Yeah,
31.9, 31.6 is the purple. But he's got a good time on the soft tyres, not gambling around at the moment. Final corner across that P4.
Not looking bad, as Eversnack is now on softs, so I believe he's changing strategy to go on softs during the race. As a lot of drivers are on the outlap. I would assume Russia is a long track, one of the longest track on the calendar.
Yeah, 5.8 kilometers, mate, or 3.6 for you guys still in the old system.
Yeah. So, you know, we won't see fast pace qualifying, just nice and slow, taking it easy.
Slow?
Yeah.
These are some of the best, quickest drivers on the planet. What do you mean slow? If you want to see something slow, mate, watch me do a hot lap around this track.
Well, I'm talking about the track.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Just messing around.
Let's see
Those
if
are-
Eversnack can beat Sneller Hankey's time.
Well, those on the fly, you might want to just switch over to him real quick. He's about to finish his lap, and then I guess cut back to Eversnacks. So, whatever you want to do, my friend. You are the man behind the camera.
Let's see.
Thor gets his first time in. Remember, Thor's running third in the championship as well, so these are crucial
Oh,
qualifying.
Thor gets second with a 131.8.
Yeah,
this
now
is
I guess
looking
go
very
back to
interesting.
Snacksy now and see how he's got to respond to this on the soft tyres. We know he was super quick. He has the 4th fastest time on the... He's half a second down on the medium, so should be able to annihilate this if he hooks it up.
Yep.
He's actually 75 thousandths of a second down on the quickest time, so it's not... Well, let's just say, yeah. I think 50,000. I don't even know what it is. It's very, very close. Put it that way. It's almost close. But the middle sector here, which is the one you really want to hook. Oh, that third sector, I think it was, wasn't it? I think you said it's the one you really need to hook up.
Yeah,
perfectly.
sector 3, you need to nail it, but be careful at the same time to not spin out or do something worse. But sector 2 is the fastest on the track. As in my
Yes,
eyes,
it is.
as in my eyes, Eversnack gets the fastest sector 2.
You're right on that one. Yes, you did get a purple.
Yeah, onto turn 15 he goes to turn 16, and now going down to turn 17. We'll find out what the new time will be. Now to turn 18, taking it nice and smooth, and he gets a 131.4.
But keep an eye out, Snell Hankey, just a little bit further down the road, had responded. So every single time Eversnacks had got close to a purple or had a purple, Snell completely snatched that one away from him. So the Alfa Romeo driver is
He
flying.
nailed
This
that
is gonna
last
be
turn, 131.3. And
Brilliant.
4 gets a 131.4, so Eversnacks need to think of something because he's dropping back. The fastest drivers on this track than Eversnacks.
Dropping like a 1929 stock exchange here in Mother Russia. Time for the Ferrari driver at P17 to set a time, a first time here this evening. It looks like he's actually on a keyboard. If you look at his steering, either that or he's struggling with the steering there. I don't know. What do you think? Well, last corner around there for the Ferrari driver up at the P7.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we had a discussion about this before with Time Thoth, and I believe I said he's using a controller, but it does look like he's using a controller. But no one's here to judge. If you can drive on any device and you can drive clean and professionally, then just drive.
Of course, exactly. If you get out on a Wii board or a dancing, those dancing mats that you get for dance games, if you can do it on that, go for it.
Maybe on Nintendo Switch.
As long as you do it in 1 minute and 31.
Yep.
Or give or take. What'd you say? Sorry, Switch?
Yeah, Nintendo Switch.
It's in there too, Switch?
Oh, I said what? Spins on turn 15.
Wow, Wow. Yeah, Edward, I was just about to go on board with him. You already caught that. He hasn't set a time yet, mate. He's yet to set a time. 5 minutes
Yeah.
and change to go.
He's struggling on the track, especially on sector 3. Even
You think it's just
Torts.
set up wrong, or maybe even forgot to put it? You know, sometimes it does catch you off, isn't it? You go,
Yeah.
oh, damn it, I forgot to set up.
I was about to say Torska is in the pits again for the whole qualifying, but Torska did explain that he doesn't get home that soon, so he only can do 5 minutes of qualifying. So we will expect Torska to come out the pits very soon.
Okay, fair enough. Good on him then. At least he gets in there and can do it when he can. Shakalaka in the Alfa Romeo. I just love that name. Shakalaka. He's got to set a time. Well, I mean, he's been improving. Middle sector, not so much. First sector, he did improve on his personal best. See if you can nail it up in that third one. Well, you know, otherwise, you want to get yourself in the top 10 or basically just hover around that P11, isn't it? Because that P11 is the same as your P1, basically. He's boxing. Well, interesting, isn't it? So Snell has really been a man on a mission. Every time somebody has tried to bring it to his provisional pole, he's responded by out-qualifying their pace. It's 1 tenth quicker than everybody else, and then there's a little bit really close between Mr. Thor and Eversnacks.
Oh! Skintoni spins out.
Skintoni was about to say, yeah.
I was on board radios and just saw Skintoni just spin out right in front of him.
I was just about to praise you, Skintoni, to say you're the man right on the cusp of getting in the 131s. I guess he was pushing it. Absolutely. He's got enough time to jump back in that pit lane and get one more lap in.
Radius invalidates his lap as he went too far in and did touch the sausage curb before sector 2 DRS zone. And we're on board with Dr. Alpha now.
No, I thought it was Uther. Uther? Uther.
Uther?
I think it's Uther. I'm not sure.
Let's go with Uther.
His teammate's also out at a flyer as Neo Dio. Neo Dio's on the mediums, mate. I don't know why you would be risking it on the mediums when you're outside the top 10 already.
Especially when you're on 3 laps in mediums and you nearly lost it there on turn 15.
Yeah. Maybe he's getting to practice him for the race and decided, look, you know what, I'm not going to get inside that top 10 today, so I'm happy he's boxing. Or is it a bad call from the team? I don't know. Well, yeah, but it'd be his teammate. He's invalidated too, so got to get back, charge that battery up and do it all over again, mate. And take care of the tyres too, because you're not going to have time to get new ones on and out again, will you? I don't think. 2 minutes to go.
Yep.
It's in third sector.
So Ocean Chief is on this in lap right now. Will he be able to get into the 131s, join up with Zanki 4 and Eversnacks, and maybe even do a better and get the Alpha Meros in a 1-2?
Yeah, they work together very well as teammates. They probably have to be the most, like the best, we're working together, whatever you call it. I was just looking for that word
Efficient?
on my head. Yeah, efficient. What do you call? I don't know. Jeez, yeah, I'm really lost for that word. There's a word on the top of my head. Let's keep an eye on the driver of Bowman. I think it is P11, the AlphaTauri. He was improving on his time, but I think he's backed off at the moment because once again, he's in that golden. Oh, he's gone to P9. I was going to say he was in that golden P11 start whatever tires you want. Now he's in the P9. So if you missed a Dr. Uther there, I guess you want to hope to be pushed down. Zombie Kebab is out on a lap but not improving on the first sector anyway. The driver in P6 of Ocean Chief that you'd mentioned there. Yeah, let's say again, Ocean Chief would really love to have that car either slotting in P1 or P2, starting next to his teammate on the front row so they can kind of cover off Thor and Eversnacks. That's easier said than done.
Yeah, onto the...
Eversnacks is responding with the fastest first sector. But yeah, I know Ocean's middle sector's not very good, my friend.
Yeah,
three tenths down already.
Oh,
Middle sector.
Yeah, he doesn't get any positions, so Ocean Chief is going to struggle on this track. You can see...
Yeah, have a look at Everstacks in there right now, but he's not. Purple's first sector. Flying. Purple's second. 2 tenths already. He's gained on Snell's time. Snell has to get back out there. He is on an out lap. Thor is on a lap 2, but Thor's about 1 tenth down the first sector, so this is really going to be Eversnacks' time to shine here and remind everybody why he's leading this championship.
Yeah, onto turn 17 he goes, and now onto the last turn off his in lap, and he's gonna get P1 with 130.9.
He shaved that 1/10 away from Snell. Snell is responding on Snelly Henke. And Thor they're very, very close.
On the map,
Thor's-
we can see a massive train on sector 2 as well.
Yeah, Thor's had to back off and let him pass. Right there, so he's lifted, but he obviously wants to be one last ones across the line.
He has lost a full front wing as well.
Oh, no, he can't now, yeah, for sure. So Thor's pushed it too much. Snell Henke has backed off. His first sector is not what he wanted. He's lost about 1/10 already in the first sector. I don't think he's going to be able to pull a magic. Even the man that was mastering this early. We're down to just the checker flag is out. So no more laps in for these drivers. Ocean Chief is not going to improve on his time. I don't think anybody else will. P15 maybe, but we'll see what Snell Henke's middle sector is. No, he's lifted.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Snacksy stole it away, my friends. Snacksy has stolen it away. 2 drivers left there, Dr. Uther and the driver of Neo Dio could improve their times. Boosted mass. I'm not seeing. No. Oh, we'll keep an eye on him too, but his first sector.
Dr.
He's in that
Uther does
golden
get
place.
P8.
You want to stay there. Yeah.
And I believe Boosted, Boosted is not trying to get a lap in.
No, he's in the Goldilocks zone, and his teammates are right behind him, so they can cover him off. That's a great place to be. Well, obviously, aside from pole position, that's another great place to be.
Yeah, here comes Neo Dio on the final turn right now. Let's see if he can improve in time, but he does go wide, and he only gets 1 position up.
And that'll be it for our qualifying session. So hopefully we won't get that little, that thing that we love when it counts down to 0.01 seconds and just locks it in.
I didn't see anyone leave the session, so we should be fine.
Yeah, they will have to, if that occurs anyway, they will have to leave the session. For now, we'll just wait for that time to run out.
Yep.
As I free up some space for some replays. Well, replays, highlights. That I will put together a little highlight video at the end of this as well. So we got more. So you capture stuff and I capture stuff. So we make sure we got more different ways. If you'd like to read through those qualifying results for us, please.
Yep, so here are the final qualifying results. Eversnack Sutton will be starting in pole position. Snell Henke in second, Thor in third, Time Flot in fourth, Tilden in fifth, Skin Tony in sixth, Olsen Chief seventh, Dr. Uther in eighth, Radius ninth, Beaumont 10th, Boosted Mess 11th, Shakalaka 12th, Max 13th, Neodio 14th, Zombie Kebab 15th, and Torska and Edward will be standing back of the grid since they haven't set their times. Also, Dower will be starting way back because he has been disqualified during qualifying. Now, during that qualifying, I have literally been spammed with 4 messages in a row by EE, which is a phone company. Because
just block them.
No, because literally I got a iPhone 13 today, so I had to set everything up.
So you had to sell your soul to buy the iPhone. Good phone, obviously expensive. Did you take out a loan?
No, so basically pay the upfront £20 and then I have to pay £60 per month.
Okay. Yeah. Just that.
So now I have an iPhone 7 which is fully cracked, an iPhone 11 and iPhone 13.
Wow.
I literally look like a fishy person on the streets if I had all these phones on me.
You gotta be careful. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of phone thievery where snatch and grab. Remember on phones.
Yep.
Especially when you have new phones that are very expensive.
Exactly.
Right, we're gonna get underway for that fantastic formation lap where sometimes you see a couple of drivers. You can also press the. Thank you for streaming. No! Don't turn the telemetry on, my friend. Turn that off. The T key.
T key.
Yep. The T-key will turn the telemetry off. No, you don't want to give them that information out there. There's engineers, these drivers. They're gonna...
Unfortunately, you have to show them, as I was stated before in the commentators lounge, that you have to show everything.
Okay, fair enough. That's it. That's the call.
But anyways, top 10 on softs, and then we have Boosted Mesh, Shakalaka, Max, Zombie Kebab, Torska, and Dow on mediums, and Neodeon and Eduardo on softs. So Neodeon and Eduardo are looking to get a fast start and get past all the medium drivers, and the medium drivers are just looking to just go to the end and catch up to the soft drivers and make a move at the end of the split.
Yeah, you're right. Also, if you press that F1 key, it'll hide that little menu at the bottom. We don't really need to see too much. Anyway, we know what it is. Exactly. So, but what always happens, doesn't it, especially in street circuits, is the fact that you get a safety car, and then that really just messes with that whole pit stop window situation with the tire strategy.
Yep, and I just realised it will be street circuit after street circuit, since next week is Singapore. So it's kind of a good practice for them. Yeah, but I played it as well. Kind of like the track.
23 corners of just hard, you know, the walls that take absolutely no prisoners.
And especially when you go under the bridge on Sector 3. I am getting a phone call, so give me a moment.
I saw that. Yep, I hear that. You're probably getting a phone call about, hey, would you like to have this service and that service that he was getting those messages from before. And that's what may very well happen. But we're getting ready for that formation lap as they line up, and look at those fantastic roller coasters and stuff like that in the background. That's what I will be straight after the race. If I was really there in Russia, I would definitely have to go on those roller coasters. Well, it was a good formation lap, and you don't see that too often there with almost a full grid of drivers, where nobody had a bit of a tank slapper together and have cold tyres. So as we're going to get ready to rumble here in Mother Russia. So we all know what's going to happen. Those lights go out. You're going to get the pedal to the acceleration big time down the main straight. And it looks like Everstax has got to be in the middle here. And on the outside there, you have the Red Bull. And there is Snell Hankey. It's also looked like he got a fairly good launch off. We're going to go 4 abreast into turn 1. This is what generally is going to happen. So close your eyes. You want to get through here very safely. It looks like one of the Mercedes is going to go off. Actually, the Aston Martin going off just in the background there to take avoiding action there. But Snell Hankey in leading this from Eversnax there. Thor and the Ferrari of Time Fluff thinking about up the inside here. Yes, he will, but he's got the left a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to be tangling around there. The other Ocean Chief and Tilte definitely in the mix here as well. There's also the Hasses that are running in P7 and P8, continuing side lighter stone as well. And we still have Shakalaka and Boosted Mess, the Alpha Aston Martins there, hanging out there just to close out inside the top 10. But so far so good, everybody's through. Quite sure if our man is still here. Man, the commentary box or not, he had to take the phone call, so something really urgent, of course. Eversnack's leading. Well, Thor right now is just keeping them pretty honest, make sure they get too far away. But the Ocean Chief currently in P6, and you'll see that. I know that we can't change the camera angle, but I've actually got it up here just for the highlights as well, so we get that. Ocean Chief putting a bit of pressure on Tilte, but also getting some pressure from the Hasses that are behind that want to get past, and then you've got the Williams driver of Dr. Uso there hanging in there. So Estelli's done it, he covered it off, he got there, Eversnax to take the lead of this race currently. I do need to trying to pull a bit of a gap away there. He's getting very close to getting outside that DRS. I keep forgetting at the moment to save some of these highlights, as it looks like a switcheroo is occurring between both the Haas drivers. So is Radios taking it to his teammate of Skin Teddy. They're going to have to, because Dr. Roof is just lurking in the background there, ready to pounce on one of those Hasses if they make a mistake anytime soon. Everstax and Snell's now pulling outside that DRS window. So well, we saw how fast he was during qualifying. He's even faster. Race pace, doing a solid job. Curry in the moment trying to just keep Eversnax behind enough there. Thor is keeping with Eversnax there, Time Fluff. And Tilte and the rest of this field.
I am back.
Yep, not a problem, my friend. We've lost somebody. I think it's P16. And that is, well, P17 now, that's Bowman.
Yep.
And he's lost the front wing.
Spun out.
Will that bring out a full course safety car? No, it won't. They've decided they can get rid of that because there's no one down the track. Apart from Max Splits that lost 5 positions off the lead here. Dr. Uth is just making another gain. As Skin Tony's lost 3 positions right now. Look at that, Shakalaka. What if he's got damage on Dr. Uther?
As Bowman leaves the session, hopefully he can rejoin. So far, drivers are looking bunched up together. As Sneller Henke is gaining the distance from Eversnacks. But Eversnacks is catching up back to Sneller Henke. So, doing a DRS zone, this is going to be looking interesting, and it's now activated.
Yeah, well, Stel was just pulling on. He just pulled the 1 second or so gap, but look at that. Eversnacks has responded. I think Eversnacks has waited for that DRS because he needs it almighty toe. Skin Tony thinking about Shakalaka down the main straight, and that's for battle for P9 at the moment because I was thinking Skin Tony was dropping a couple of places and there's a little bit of pushing and shoving going on out there. Both of the Aston Martins right now are thinking about getting around the outside of the house. I think the house must have some sort of damage, my friend. He's dropped another place. He's still trying to hang in there, but oh, we've lost the splitter. That's boosted behind in that battle. As he's kept the car out, we're intact. I'm not sure if he has any damage.
One but with Skinton, Skinton is looking kind of dangerous on the track today. As he keeps touching the wheels of Shakalaka, he needs to relax and calm himself down. Or else an accident will happen of himself or even in both of the drivers. There is activated. Snohanky did lose a position. Eversnack is now in P1. So
yeah, Eversnack snuck that one through. Yeah, exactly right. I think Skid Tony at the moment is still battling. I think he's just, I don't know, if, once again, I think it's 2 things. It's either damage on that car's causing some problems, or his pride is damaged after losing 3 places and not happy with that.
but
And the Shakalaka, just like the other, just like his teammate.
And the other spins as well.
What's going on there? We've lost time flop completely. I'm not sure if that car's bit.
Safety car is out.
Oh,
he's
look
lost
at that. I think the idea just missed the pit lane entrance. I think he did.
But time for this spin out on the last turn and he has to hit the wall.
Oh yeah, that's tied. Yes, that's crashed completely. That first retirement of the day, and that's that corner that's been catching people off, isn't it? Or the penultimate corner and the final corner. And it's quite strange because both the Aston Martins have spun practically within a lap. It's the same lap, and they were back to where they were boosted Mass and Shakalaka falling at the back of the field.
Yeah, Zomikwa gets a 5-second penalty for causing a collision between Torska. Don't know what happened there. His front wing is fine.
So what do you do right now? These leaders, you have to box and get rid of these tyres. So only 3 laps. Oh, they're about, yes, 17%, 16-17% on the lefts, and the lefts are the ones that take a little bit more punishment than the rights, obviously, because of a lot of sweeping right-hand corners here.
Yeah, they're driving to think if they have to pit in or just stay out and continue with the tyres.
Too early, isn't it?
It is too early, yeah.
But, you know, you've got a cheap pit stop, so that's the interesting thing. They're still punched up, because, you know, you're looking at 17 seconds that separates the top 15 drivers, or sorry, 14 drivers. And a pit stop's 30 seconds here, it's punishing.
Yep, yeah, Eversnack stays out. As Snaggy goes in, he's the only driver that goes in, pit in. Never mind, Ocean Chief are Alpha Males are double stacking.
But you can now. They have fixed it in the model. So they usually, it's pretty quick. How far down is he?
Yep,
we'll see, but as long as you don't serve a front wing or a penalty, you're fine. Don't think you'll hold him up too much. Yeah, straight in. Perfect.
Yeah, straight in.
Perfect. Perfect pit stop strategy. See, didn't I tell you at the start, you know that?
Yeah.
How those guys are brilliant at their strategy together.
They are. I mean, they're always communicating with each other, and they have a race engineer to help them out. So they know what they're doing. Both the drivers are on medium tyres, so maybe they're looking to drive to the end of the mediums. Or
that's
they're
a tough order,
hoping.
but a late safety car or a virtual
Yeah.
safety car can certainly help that strategy out.
So yeah, for now we have Eversnax in first, 4 in second, Tilden third, Edward in fourth. So the McLarens and Red Bulls are gonna go against each other, and they are also on the soft tires.
That's
So-
lovely. We're going to see that battle. We've seen that battle during the season. We're going to see that battle occurring again. How these two teams can work it out together, cover them off. Obviously, if Tilde needs to cover off Ed. There's got no W in it.
Yep.
Crimson was saying his key got stuck. Oh.
Oh.
I presume your time fluff out there, Crimsonium. And that, which button got stuck? Which key? You're not driving the keyboard, are you? Sorry, I just got that message coming up now on the YouTube. So yeah, let us know, my friend, please, while we're under the safety car. What happened? Yeah, saw you was that final corner as well. Around that, you're in the interview. Yeah, well, if we got, do we have time? The safety car message didn't come up. Did it? No.
Didn't.
No, I don't know. We'll see if we can drag him in here just for 2 seconds to have a
Yeah,
chat.
we can.
G'day. Welcome, my friend. You want to say, while we're under the safety car real quick there? Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, well, a long time I got an interview again. Well, yes, indeed I'm Crimsonium. And well, yes, I'm on keyboard.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, so the key got stuck. That's not a very good thing. Which key was it? The left or right, or which one? What of you were associate for your acceleration turning?
It was like I wanted to accelerate out on final corner on the straight, and I don't know, my rear just snapped a bit, and of course you get rid of that, and I pressed my A key, and the whole car just got stuck left. So the input on driving to left, I just wanted a bit to encourage the oversteer, but the entire car just snapped to left. And
Oh,
got
fair
stuck.
enough.
And
I'm a
stuck
keyboard driver myself, my friend. Well, I guess I really have much time to do that, and I've been through that situation. But I have had a really quick keyboard drivers before, and then I've asked them for setups and stuff. Do you have your traction control on? Because I know there's a lot of tapping on the keys, because a key's either on or off. It's digital. It's full acceleration or no acceleration. But you can with the steering and acceleration, you can tap things quite a bit, right? That's how my friend, who's a really quick keyboard driver, does it. Well,
Oh,
how do you?
no. Well, it's a bit complicated. So I think you cannot drive without without traction control. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
some traction control. Yeah, some.
I've tried 1,000 times, I guess, to drive without it, but you just can't. I tried a wheel, and with a wheel, of course, you can drive without it, but the inputs, you only got 0 or 100%, and you legit can't do it without traction control. And
Well, yeah. Well, sorry. Sorry, I'll have to cut you off because safety car's coming in. There's lap now. So thank you very much for the interview. I'm unfortunate about your race there for the Ferrari, but that was Mr. Time Fluff, aka Crimson. So thank you, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
no problem.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we
Goodbye.
may get a chat later on another safety car or something like that as well. Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, well, then have fun commentating.
Thank you.
Alright,
All right,
all the
Verstappen. Yep.
all the drivers are gaining in. Eversnax is ready on the go. Yep, he's ditching to the pack. I believe 4 reacted very well.
Dario's going around, my friend, somewhere. Yes, at that final corner where that Ferrari was parked that we just heard before. We've removed the Ferrari.
Yep, Eversnax had a good start, but 4 reacted very well. He's only 0.7 seconds behind Eversnax. So now we have to wait for a DRS to be activated, and then we're going to see some great battles between the Red Bulls and McLaren drivers. But Snella Henke on Ocean Tube need to pick up the pace. They are new, fresh mediums. So let's see what we can expect from the both Alfa Romeo drivers.
Oh, yeah, massive battling going at the back there too between Neo D and that.
And
as
then
well,
they'll
trying
get
to
a
get
3
around.
second.
Yeah, because of that running off, that may very well. It's one of those things that could very well be removed for taking some sort of action there to not hit the car. But anyway, for now, you're under the assumption that those penalties will be applied at the end of the race.
Yeah.
You have 3 warnings. You have 3 warnings anyway, so that's why they give you 3.
Oh.
Snell Hankey now really put the pressure on.
Yeah, Darrow has spun out again on sector 2. So it's not a good day for Darrow.
Shakalaka got past Boosted Massa. They are working together at the moment, the Aston Martins, because they need to cover off Snelly, who's really quick with his fresh boots coming out of the gate. He's got to take 2 Aston Martins as well. And I've seen some fantastic blocking, some fantastic blocking lately. Some legal blocking that you can try to do 2 cars to make it difficult to get around corners.
Exactly. So they know Snag is faster than them, to sort out doing qualifying.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Snelly is
also,
faster than you.
but they're
Confirm.
also on older mediums, but there's not much of a difference right now between Snag and Aston Martin's tyres.
But it's backing everybody up as well. Rados has joined this party, Dr. Uther has joined this party, Ocean Chief as well. So this is really the Shakalaka DRS train.
Yep.
And it's going to be frustrating Snell Hankey. Snell Hankey as well, to remember, he's thinking about his championship with his team. He's thinking about his teammate Ocean Chief down to P12 as well. So you're not risking it for the biscuit too early in the stage. I think just waiting for the right moment to shine. Where do you get that overtake done to? Because they're all going to get the DRS toe.
Exactly. They need to wait for the DRS, since that's the only way to overtake. Unless
It's now.
yeah, he's
It's
looking for it. Both the drivers are using their energy supply, and Boosters backs off. He knows Sneller is faster. So next up is Shakalaka. What Shakalaka has to do is defend if he can, but that DRS zone will be activated next lap.
Oh, he's got a good exit out of that corner there as well. There it is, that messaging, exactly what you said. I think Casnelli is also got to remember, hey, my tyres are brand new, so there's a little bit of tank slapping. And that's because, you know, the tyres are completely different. And it looks like Dr. Roofing getting past Rados. So you can just brake a little bit later, can't you? Just be a little bit more confident in the tyres.
Yeah. Holy damn, there's a massive train behind Sneller and Shakalaka. Sneller makes a move and gets it done.
Front wing loss for one of those drivers in the back row. I think that was the...
It's the Haas driver. He has wing damage. Now Ocean Chief is looking pretty good.
They say the traffic in Moscow's bad. We're not in Moscow.
Yeah.
Sochi, it's a traffic jam out there at the moment. All squabbling at the back there. Shakalaka's dropping a place down there as he had a spin or has just gone really wide or something, and now he's getting eaten alive by Neo and the Ferrari. Not quite yet, actually, Neo. He's still got covered him off on the outside.
Yeah, Ocean Chief big 0.4 second back Dr. Ufer. And now he's going to get that DRS zone. We'll be able to get Dr. Ufer in this DRS zone. But Boosted doesn't have the DRS. Or are we going to see a 3 wide? No, we aren't. Ocean Chief tries to make some move, and he doesn't get the move done. And he's still behind the Aston Martin driver. Dr. Ufer has to take the position, but now Boosted Best keeps the position away.
It's the tyres too. There's a little wiggle.
Yeah.
From Ocean Chief. I say thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, it's the tyres. It's absolutely the tyres. You can see, because it's 9 laps and it's just not happy. Not a happy camper on those tyres for now. But you know, he's going to have some fresh boots waiting for him in that garage later on, and the red striped ones.
And now Boosted has the DRS, and he makes a move on the inside of Ocean Chief, and he gets it done. But he does touch the curb. And that is going to make him lose his position back.
Also
Again, Tony. It's now on the... Ooh.
This is good wheel-to-wheel side pod to side pod racing.
Yeah, but Tony is losing too much energy as well. So he's
Max Splits is joining this party. Neo a little bit further. You think Neo should be a little bit more confident on those soft tyres, but
he doesn't seem like
damage.
it.
No, he's struggling definitely.
Oh,
We lost.
Yeah, we lost him as well.
That's in the session there. I think Dr. Ruford got past Zombie Kebab as well up in P7. So Snell Hankey's in that P6, but he's 2.7 seconds down the road. He should be getting some time gaining on Torkshaw soon.
Chief just overtook Zombie Kebab as well. So it's looking very good for the Alfa Romeos.
Is that boosted mass losing another position? It might very well be to Skin Tony. Max splits now. He's going to be on the back of the gearbox. Not just yet. Boosted mass is not giving up, my friend, that easy.
Nope.
He's putting a good fight. Very good fight there, but he's now going to have to cover off Max Splits, who's just a couple of laps younger tyres.
Yeah. Ocean Chip gets the DRS on Dr. Urfa. I don't think you'll be able to get him on this lap. I mean on this DRS straight. So you might be able to get him on the next one. Max overtakes Boosted as well. As 4 gets a 3-second time penalty.
This is coming back.
Yeah, Boosted on the inside of Max. Good driving, but those are clean driving. Still wheel to wheel between each other. And Max keeps his position. So far the race is looking very interesting for all the drivers. Many overtakes and many battles and clean racing.
Exactly. But Neo Dio doesn't look like he's back in control. He's back in control of his car. He needs to, because Shakalaka is on his tailpipe now. We know that Neo's lost a little bit of time there because the AI doesn't drive as quick as the human. At some point, these guys at the front are going to have to think about this pit stop, and is an undercut going to pay off? Or maybe perhaps the overcut? Because those tyres, well, Eversnaxis and all that, they're getting around 40s soon. And they're still right on cue there, so the Red Bull, one of the Red Bulls taking a gamble here, and
Yeah, 2 Red Bulls are getting put in.
you can do a double stack, they should be okay. We saw that before with the Alfa Romeos. Straight onto the medium tyres there, and out of the box there for Thor, so perfect. Again, well, that's another one. Red Bull have hooked that one up.
Yep.
So just as he left the pit, Thor left the pit there, his teammate slid right in there. That means Eversnax is now the lone soft tyre runner at the front. That's interesting. He has, keep an eye on that. These guys need to put absolutely bankering, blistering laps in now, don't they, to respond. So Thor, he's in P12 currently at the moment. That's Shakalaka and Neo. And he'll be catching that party soon, so it's like he's got a bit of a gap to it, because he doesn't want to be held up too long by them to respond to Eversnax's pit stop. At the moment, currently, well, the pit stops are, remember, about 30 seconds, so it's very long. That will drop them back to, well, Thor currently, P12, 25 seconds and change down the road. So
Yeah.
it's going to be close.
Eversnax
be
playing a
close.
risky play right now. He is putting in as well. So he will be going from mediums, I would assume. That's toss.
Ferrari drivers thinking about that one on the Zombie Kebab. Max splits, I mean. Yes, it is. Drives around the outside. Job done for the Ferrari. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that, Eversnax. So I guess keep an eye out on Thor as Eversnax is boxing. So where is Thor currently on track, on that track map to the right-hand side? Thor's coming around the final corner now. But he's got traffic. He should get a DRS tow at least. But he's going to have to go 2 for 1 special. And there is coming out of the pit lane right now. It's going to be super close. There is the McLaren.
Yep.
He's got out just ahead. He's going to be, wow, fantastic. Brilliant job. He's very, very lucky at that one, didn't he? He didn't want to get caught stuck behind this party. And that's what's going to happen right now, Thor, because Thor needs to get past these guys. Brilliant job for the McLaren. That is the reason why that man's currently leading the championship.
Yep. Good strategy by Eversnax, but now what is the strategy for the drivers up front, since they're all pitted doing the safety car? Will they be driving till the end of the medium tyres, or are they gonna put in again?
Yeah, that's interesting. I'll keep an eye on that tyre data for you and try to let you know how those mediums. I just want to see at the moment Thor has to get past Shakalaka, because that's just allowing Eversnacks to get further and further away. And I think Thor's getting a little bit frustrated right now, because Shakalaka is also getting that DRS toe from Neo.
Yep, he is.
And if you're on board with Thor, you just can't see Eversnacks now. He's just around those corners too far up the road, and that's frustrating.
Everson is just too fast. That's always a good championship. Oh, Dio,
In front of him.
Retires from the session, and there's a
There's going to be a
safety
safety car out at Will, and Thor's just, oh, look at Shakalaka dives in the pit lane, last absolute minute. Very, very lucky. Everybody else behind them can now box. Everybody else ahead of them have already passed. So, and we feel like Snell's in the lead of this race.
Indeed, he is.
So that's interesting. Is he going to get rid of those tyres? Well, if you're Talkshow, you have to, because 13 laps. The guys that started.
Zombie Kebab also.
He's just stopped in the middle of the track somewhere. Is that Danny?
Crushed out. What happened there?
I don't know. I was up with another driver and I just saw his car just in the middle. I couldn't see the front of the car. There was how much damage was
Some right wheel is gone.
Okay, yeah, he's hit the wall somewhere around there for sure.
But the way he's sounding, like he's just paying a visit to the safety car. He's having a chat.
This is interesting now. So this is a free pit stop, obviously, for those guys that have yet to box. There's two of them now, Talkstar and Boost. Can get rid of these boots. If you're max splits as well too, 11 lap tires, you might want to think about getting rid of them.
Yep.
As we're just on the halfway point of this race as well. But then again, Talkstar's tires are 35%. It doesn't? He does. Yeah, here it is. And following in behind, I think is Mr. Uther. It is. Interesting. His tyres were pretty fresh.
Tosca get the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Didn't slap the brake pedal to 60 km/h. That's why it's a long pit stop around here too. 60. Yep. Just like Melbourne and some of those other tracks. I think Silverstone as well too, isn't it? When your 60 km/h pit lanes are long pit stops. They're changing Melbourne actually. You're actually making it, increasing it to go to 80 with the new change for next season. All on softs, mate, which is kind of what you'd expect too if you did these mediums.
Yeah, but Alpha Romeo drivers are still out.
Max Splits and Dr. Uther are the two stoppers so far.
Yep.
They've had early pit stops at the start of the race, no doubt, for some damage or something like that. Taking advantage of that safety car. Boosted Mass is in now. Rados is in and out. So, guess what? We have, currently leading this race, the two men that work together so brilliantly in the Alfa Romeos. Snell Hankey leading from his teammate, Ocean Chief, and the exact same tyres as well.
I do want to inform if an alarm can't speak today. If an alarm goes off in my house, I will need to be AFK for a bit.
Yep. Okay, what's happened? Are you okay?
Would
the alarm be going off?
I can't really tell. It's a family matter.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, of course, the family first. Take care of that for sure. Motor racing second. I got you covered anyway, mate. You just have to go to just click on whatever the closest battle is. If you have to go AFK, we'll cover that one. I'm also recording highlights as well to capture. You have scheduled the burglary. Yeah. Team Alpha supporters down there in the YouTube chat. G'day, g'day. Now we lost early time. Fluff had said he got stuck and had a bit of a chat to us during that first safety car. And good on him. Driving on the keyboard. I know how difficult it is. Then we've also lost Dario 5G, Neo G, and Zombie Kebab. We don't quite sure what happened to Zombie Kebab, right? We saw Neo spin it out. penultimate corners, I think it was, around there where it's been catching some of those drivers off, and that crashed his car and caused his retirement.
Yep.
And Shakalako boosted Maka Bassa back down there again, and they were in the wars, weren't they, before? Really trying to defend like crazy with the older tyres. 14 and 15 laps they both did on those mediums before they switched over, and that was pit stop. To get the softs on, Jensen down there. If Alpha manages to drive away, the rest will be gobbled up by the soft runners. One of them might win this. Skin Tony's going to be in trouble too as well, 210 lap on hards. He might get gobbled up by the man that's leading the championship that we all know is fast, the man that qualified in P1, Eversnacks. This safety car also helps out those soft runners, doesn't it? Because, and obviously the medium runners at the front, because you're doing really not burning through the tyres, taking care of them.
Yep, all the drivers are now all together, so hopefully the safety car will be coming in this lap.
Yeah, I'd say so for sure. Trigger point is between Sector 2 and Sector 3. That's coming up in a second. See it on that map. You can just see that little line, the faint line. And here's the trigger point now. Any minute, and then we should have the message pop up, hopefully. If not, there it is.
Go.
We'll get ready to go racing again, and once again the Alfa Romeos can work together. Skin Tony's on the hard tyres, and you know it's difficult to get temperature into them, so they probably might be very well happy that the Haas is there separating them from Eversnacks. And once again we've got those Red Bulls, Thor and Tilte are working together quite well today, and then there's Edward, what you do, Ed, in P7 the other, McLaren, so I'm expecting this to spice up, my friend. Hold on to your vodka if you're of legal age to drink.
Austin Aitken saw everyone down the last turn, and now he goes. Both of the Alfa Romeo drivers react very well to each other. Skin Tony is slowing down Eversnacks. Eversnacks is making a move already on the inside of the Haas driver, and he gets the move done. So both of the Alfa Romeo drivers will be in danger, but Skin Tony gets the position back. But I will say he needs to give that position because he did go off track, and he does give the position back.
Yeah. His tyres, remember, I kind of saw there was a little bit of a sitting target because you're going to get the temperature into him, and Eversnacks could just accelerate out of those corners just much more confidently. And he did get the job done. He wanted to get that job done as quickly as possible too, because that was the back market. That was kind of the blocker. Sorry, Skin Tony to call you a blocker, but it's just the tyres, my friend.
Yep.
That helped out the Alfa Romeos trying to pull that little bit of a gap there. Maybe they were hoping probably to get out of the DRS, but it's not going to happen just yet. Both the Red Bulls are working together quite well. They are dropping the McLaren of Ed a little bit, because now Ed's going to be coming under pressure from those soft runners that we saw Jensen mentioning out there in the chat. They're going to start gobbling up these medium tyre runners. Looks like they will be very soon, but it's still going to overtake without the DRS. So a couple more laps.
Yeah, we have 10 laps remaining of this Grand Prix as well. He's looking very good for Eversnacks with his first medium tyres, so he will be a danger for both of the Alfa Romeos. So the both of them need to think of a plan to remain in their positions and not let Eversnacks by, especially when Ocean Chief is in that championship battle against Eversnacks.
You're not thinking about it just there. It's not as easy as overtaking something on the hard tyres. Especially Ocean Chief is a fantastic defender, as we know, and as mentioned out there, must sacrifice himself for the team apparently. His heroics will be remembered forever. I'm sure Ocean Chief's going to like that one, my friend. As Zombie Kebab says, the safety car, Max Verstappen, wow, too soon, my friend? No. So he got brake checked by the safety car. Oh, sorry to hear that one in Zombie Kebab. Well, grab yourself a kebab, mate. Might feel yourself a little bit better.
Tosca's literally on Ed's rear, so he might be looking at making the move on the straight. It's going to be quite hard, but he's on those fresh softs, so we'll be faster on the long straights. Still right behind Ed McLaren vehicle. Oh, he
It's
doesn't
spicing up.
Yeah, it's
It's spicing up now, as we expected, as you guys out there, the YouTube world expected. The fact that the switcheroos is going to start occurring between the softs and mediums, and they are absolutely bunched up. That's what safety cars bring. Safety cars also breed other safety cars. Front wings and all those sort of carbon fiber parts. Max splits now, and Dr. Uther side by side.
Yeah, it's enabled now, so this is going to be looking spicy. There is a massive train from P4 to P10, so this is going to be looking interesting.
Snacks and Ocean Chief are very, very close. I think Thor and Thor did get past Skin Tony.
Yep, he does.
So yeah, and I'd expect maybe Tilty and Edward will be looking at that one soon, because once again, those hard tyres. He's going to just make them go really deep into the race, make them go to the end, of course. He wants to. Everstacks is thinking about, he's playing it safe there. I don't think he's taking any heroics. Because he knows, that's the thing, isn't it? We've seen that all season. Ocean Chief is not an easy driver to get past. He's a very good defender. As Torxer's made a little bit of an error, I think, coming out of the corner, and he's getting about to get snatched up by Ed, but Ed spun.
Ooh.
Ed has spun. I think Ed was trying to just on the inside there, a little bit of a tap, going around at those speeds. These Formula 1 cars aren't very good. They're not GT cars.
Eversnax has a DRS enabled on Ocean Chief. Goes to the outside, but Ocean Chief breaks late, and that gives Eversnax a move.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late. He was trying to cover him off, but it compromised his racing line coming out of the corner, and Eversnax stole that one. Don't leave the door open for Eversnax. He will always jump in there and close it on you.
Now Eversnax needs to go after the next Alfa Romeo driver, which is Yankee. I would assume Yankee won't give up his position that badly, but he is on 14 laps mediums. Eversnax is on 16 laps. He's already gaining the pace on Snell-Henke, but he's not too close to Sneller.
It's his tyres, wheel-to-wheel action behind them. With Tilte and Skin Tony.
Yeah, they're side by side.
It's the tyres again, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Good save.
Good save.
Fantastic save, but that might bring him into play there from Torxer. On the softs, he's going to have such much more confident traction. This could easily go wrong for these drivers. Got to concentrate here. Elbows are out, 7 laps to go.
Oh!
There. Is he going to save it? Oh, he's come back in there, and unfortunately, it looks like Dr. Uther's come back into the racing line of him, and it's caught him off guard. If you want to get a safety car out right now, would save Snell's. But I don't think so. We're going to get one. No, we won't. Green flag, and there it is. So Eversnack's going to be driving literally on the inside of the outside, but hasn't. Oh, he's trying to save it. He has saved it. That was very, very close. That's going to bring, guess what? Ocean Chief back into play now.
Yep, Ocean Chief's back into play.
The temperature of those tyres must be a little bit cooked there for Eversnack's. Got to get them cooled down a little bit. He's come back. Dr. Ruth has retired from the session. Will that bring a safety car out? That could be a railway crash. And once again, are they coming? They're going to pass the safety car exit anyway. Entry.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a safety car, since the car looks like it's off track. And it's a long way to go, so the stewards will have enough time to clear the track.
At the front again, another run. This time he's got it pretty easily with that DRS. Snelly didn't put up that much of a fight. The tyres are starting to go off. I think Snelly and Ocean Chief are just thinking of bringing this car home with those tyres. Not too bad. Actually, it does sound a lot worse than what they are, but they're 30s, 30%, easy. Take it to the end. Soft runner should be okay, I'd imagine. Yeah, low fuel. Tony's got to hang in there, those 15-lap hard tyres. He's got his teammate behind him, so that's good for him. Get some crucial points there on that alternative strategy as Tilte's boxing. They'd have to fix some damage in that Red Bull. It's unfortunate, wasn't it? Because they were looking pretty solid to get some good points today.
Yeah, Skitton is doing not bad on the hard tyres as well.
Yeah, because the crossover point will occur at, when those soft tyres start to get around 7 or 8 laps. And lose their juicy life. Massive amount of life that they had at the start of the traction. He's letting his teammate through now, I think, Rados, because Rados has got the better tyre to allow him to try to attack the Merc up the road there and get some points, still some points away from it.
Four is now right behind the Alfa Romeo's drivers. So four is going to be looking to make a move.
Yeah.
And look how close they are.
Because Ocean Chief and, well, Snelly Hankey, it's interesting between those two drivers as well. We're still early in the championship. Well, you wouldn't want to allow them switcheroo positions. Ocean Chief obviously has more points, but I still say get race on between the two drivers, right? It's still too far races away to be in order for switcheroos. Thinking of the drivers in the championship, I'd say so. And actually, what's even better as well, too, I mean, sorry, taking anything away from Snelly Hankey, but Ocean Chief, I think, out of the two drivers, is a better defender. So, I think he caught Thor off guard there. Thor was not quite sure if that was Thor really going for the move there, or just got caught off by Ocean Chief with a little bit earlier braking. That's just racing, it looks like.
Hold on.
Out at the back there, boosted mass there in the mix there with Skin Tony that could be loose, dropping that other place there because of the tyres. It's going to make them go to the end. These soft runners are just so much more quicker and more confident. Boosted max split, Shakalaka, all behind Skin Tony. And all wanting to get past. 5 laps to go. And Talksha gets past Ocean Chief. On the, this is what you guys had predicted out there in the YouTube chat. The fact that the soft runners were going to start eating these guys for breakfast, and they are. Skintani and Rados now swooping back. Very, very interesting between those two drivers because Rados had the better tyre. Must have made a little bit of a mistake or an error there, and that's just allowed to go through. Boosted Mass and Shakalaka are P7 and P8 right now. A really good drive come back from those two. Just as I said, that Boosted Mass jumps into the pit lane and must have some damage as I'm into repair on that Aston Martin because his tyres were okay. Further back, Skin Tony, once again there. Talkstar, we'll keep an eye on that. He has the time. He's got the lap time. He's got a few laps to go. 3.4 seconds down the road from Snell Hankey with the better boots. Definitely the better boots. The fresh soft tyres versus the 17-lap medium tyres. Snell Hankey's got to think about just bringing that car home. As Skin Tony somehow finding that traction a lot better because Ocean Chief is struggling with the 17-lap tyres. And this strategy call from the Alfa Romeos possibly cost them podiums even this evening. Because they've got to make those tyres go to the end. Pit stop right now is going to be very, very painful because they're still bunched up after that safety car. Pit stop around here, well, you know, it'll drop you back outside the points. And you're not going to have enough time to get overtakes back to climb your way through the field. So good on Skin Tony. I thought that might not have been the best call, but he's back into P4. But he's got pressure from Ocean Chief behind him after he got past him. So they're going to continue to go at it because of that DRS, but Rados is now thinking about getting past Ocean Chief with those tyres. 4.8 torque shot to Snell Hankey, so he's not shaving as much. He's not shaving. He had a bad lap actually, 139 last lap.
Yeah, so the pit strategy for Ever Snacks worked out really well. The strategy that he did starting on soft and going to mediums have worked out pretty well. Unfortunate for 4 when he got into the contact of the Alfa Romeo driver and then Tilde as well. We do have
still occurring. Shakalaka there, Ocean Chief and Shakalaka. Actually, Shakalaka looks like he's gone, or he's dropped a couple of positions here right now. A little bit of an error from the Aston Martin. Back behind the Ferrari now as Thor and Ocean Chief are going at it. This is a really good battle here. 3, 4, 5 cars involved.
Yeah, this is looking intense and spicy at the same time. Fighting for that P5 position. 4 goes on the inside of Radius. He doesn't get the move. Radius defends his position. As 4 goes around the outside, I believe I was a bit too wide. But he's remaining in that position. And he gets the DRS activated. There's a massive DRS train right now. Max going on the inside, outside of Ocean Chief. Late on the braking, and Ocean Chief trying to defend. Ball banging a bit. And believe Max get the position. He does.
Oh, it's wheel-to-wheel action, exactly. Last of the late breakers, some of the early breakers. Thor is there, Rados. Well, during that, Skin Tony had got past the talk shop. So we have, is it that crossover point right now where those soft tires are just not really as beneficial anymore?
I believe so.
That'll help Snell.
Yeah, Thor now making a move on Torska. And he gets the move down nice and easily. So the soft tires are warming off right now.
And the penalty situations are now the one that comes in and hurts the drivers.
Yep.
Because if you slap that D key, my friend, you're going to see that Skin Tony's got 6, so he's going to drop right out of that. Thor on 3. Thor could be on for a podium position here right now. Max Split on 3. Shakalaka and Rados are now going at it there, but Rados has got him better without the penalties, of course. Ocean Chief is going to come into play there too while they're bunched up. A little scary moment, I think, for some of the drivers is the fact that Snell Hankey is nursing 2 warnings, so he's got at least not really close to anybody on track to worry about getting a 3-second penalty. And even if he does, he'll still cover them off. Rados now, Ocean Chief, Ed, Bamham, they're all going to gain a lot of places here because they're tucked up behind. As we're seeing many battles still occurring between them and them. A couple of laps to go. Ocean Chief and all that just have to bring this car home. They're going to get a lot of points here.
Yeah, they will be getting a lot of points. Ocean Chief, he won't be looking good in the championship standings. He's going to drop even more now. So Aerosnax is actually flying off in the championship standings if he continues this momentum throughout the next races.
Penultimate lap now. Halfway through the season, this race is almost done here in Mother Russia, and it has been spicy all the way. It's going to come down to the penalty situations now, so we're going to see a lot of those drivers, unfortunately, even though their positions are where they are currently, they'll be very close. I guess Thor's okay. Max Split's now, they're trying to make just overtakes on track, even though it's going to come all the way back there, because Shakalaka's 9 seconds penalty is going to cut back and bite him. Max Split's thinking about a P4, I think, currently at the moment. Ocean Chief could certainly get a P5. As long as he doesn't get a penalty, he's looking good. He's only got 1 warning anyway.
Yeah, and keeps up the pace that he has right now. If he manages to go a bit more faster, he may be able to get higher. There's a yellow flag and it is Tild who spun out. Boosted Mate gets a 3-second time penalty.
Unfortunate day, isn't it, for the Red Bull driver? He's going to get, he could have gone for the fastest lap. He had the fastest middle sector, but anyway, he's not going to get any points because he's outside of it. Bring the car home, my friend. Just bring it home. You always want to see that checkered flag after doing great racing all this evening.
Probably slightly catching up to Skin Tony, so
not enough time, unfortunately. His lap time is shaving about 3/10 a lap, but it's not enough. It's not enough, especially when you're on the last lap right now that Eversnack
but Skin Tony does have 6 seconds and 4 only 3-second penalty. So he's looking good on the penalty, but now he's going to get a DRS zone and he's going to get the DRS activated.
Yeah, but Thor's got him anyway because of the penalties.
Yeah.
So Thor's got that P2, so P3. This is what they're battling it out for that final podium position. And that's crucial, obviously, in the championship. You want to get that. Thor wants it. Thor needs it. He's 3rd in the championship.
Yep.
So he's got to be very careful here.
Inside, and he gets the 3rd position done.
They want to get it done on track, but Thor could let him through. Worst case scenario, you know, because, well, if you come together, that P3 is gone. That podium's out of reach. And you probably might want to look back at that one and go, I should have let him through. But these are drivers, mate. They don't listen. They're pedal to the metal. They're hotheads. They're rev heads, of course. They love it. Well, we love watching it. Hope you guys in the YouTube world do enjoy that one, because it was a very good race. The last lap now that we're on, Ed, it's 10 seconds or so down the road there. He could pull in, grab himself some coffee, some Starbucks coffee or something, come back out and still win the race. This is championship. Boosted Mass, I think, drop back, sorry. Yeah, anyway, the final couple of corners right now. The man leading the championship, the man that had qualified on pole, about to finish the race. Eversnax wins the Russian Grand Prix with a commanding lead there. But Snell Hankey still hanging in there in the championship, did a fantastic job and bringing these 21 lap tyres home to secure that P2 position there. Now, what's going to happen at the rest there with Thor? And Thor's going to spin across the line, get that P3. But the rest of the situation is going to all spin around with those penalties. We don't know exactly what's going to happen there. Whoa, big smash down. I love that when there's a car parked on the team stone. Ocean Chief will get out that P6. He does. Max Splits will get that P5 there. Eddie, P7. Shakalaka in the points there as well. Rados and Torxy ran out the top 10. A little quiet there, my friend. Ah, you are muted. Must be something going on. Or Army out there from Patrick. Well, what a race. And we still have half a season to go of more of this racing. And this is the tier 4, my friends. If you didn't get enough, as Ed will get the driver a day from P13. No, I have to check that one out, actually. P17. Eversnacks is getting used to this very familiar top step of the podium. He's got another one. And he has another trophy for his cabinet. More champagne. Congratulations, another race win. And the fastest lap. So he got the trifecta today.
Yep. So here are the final standings. Eversnacks winning the race. Coming on the podium as well is Snelle Henke and 4. And it's Skinton in 4th, Max in 5th, Ocean Chief 6th, Edward in 7th, Shakalaka 8th, Freddy is 9th, and Torska in 10th. And the rest of the grid is Beaumont, Boosted Mess, Tild, Dr. Ufa, Zombie Kebab, Neo Dio, Darrow, and Tom Buff. Very interesting race indeed. So now
it's spiced up. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly. We're going to have some interviews, of course. So I think we got some drivers waiting for the interviews. Usually we like to let them have a bit of a cool down, get a stretch and a drink, but Thor doesn't need it, my friend. He's the almighty Thor. Should we want to drag him in for the first interview?
Yep, I'm going to let you take care of the interviews.
Okay. Yep, no problems, mate. I know you've got some family stuff to sort out.
Yep.
So you jump back in when you can, and let me speak and drag in the almighty Thor. Who, mate, I think you love the 3s. This 3's not your racing car number, but another 3rd place, well, another podium for you. 3rd in the championship, I believe. Before going.
Yeah.
So yeah, mate, how was that race for you?
Qualifying went good. Me and Schnelle were quite close to each other, and then Snacks got a was it the terrific?
Yes, terrific. Yep.
Terrific lap. Very good lap by him. Then it's Russia, man. I feel blacked out.
Yeah. Careful with the vodka. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in the Red Bull, so vodka Red Bull. Well.
Yeah.
The thing is here, I'm usually the one to not get that many penalties because I see myself as a safe driver or whatever. But I managed to pick up 3 seconds of penalties because on this lap or this circuit, there's no gravel traps or anything, so you kind of have to use as much of the outside of the track as you can.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like,
explore the track limits. Yeah. Explore the track limits, and then also that track. Well, exploring the track limits also means exploring the walls.
Yeah.
And Thor, just to recap that back, Thor, you guys are working quite well together until Tilde, your teammate, unfortunately, who's finished last place today, doesn't get any points. So together you were battling it out with those McLarens once again.
Yeah.
Nice little battle that occurred. And then the fantastic double stack pit as well.
Yeah, I think he lost like
Did he?
a half second though. So
I don't
it wasn't
think
perfect, but
it looked pretty good on. But then again, that's a spectator thing. But yeah. But that's because of the new update that's fixed there. It helps that, speeds it up a little bit. Yeah, mate. Well, I'm gonna let you go because we got more people for the interview. But threes. You love those threes. But hey, podiums, mate. Podiums are fantastic, and you're still keeping yourself very much in that championship. We still have half a season, and obviously Eversnacks are starting to pull a little bit away again, but you are certainly.
Yeah, but hopefully me and Schnelle can reel him in soon. Me, Schnelle, and Tilde and Chief.
Reel him in.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. All right, off to Singapore, mate. More street circuit. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
I'm going to drag in the first person that we're waiting for. Here we go. The man, it says his name in Discord, the person in pole position. I guess the person in pole position is the person that won this race, if I'm not mistaken. Eversnacks?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that was a race.
It was a race. You got the trifecta, so you started in pole. You got the race win with a bit of a commanding 10 seconds or so, and on top of it, the fastest lap at 34 flat. Yeah, mate. So explain how it all worked out, your strategy and everything.
Yeah, I think I mostly just got extremely lucky with people spinning out everywhere and having I think Ocean Chief and Thor had contact at some point. Thor was the one who was mostly challenging me through the race there. Yeah, qualifying, I was honestly thinking qualifying should go okay because my time trial was pretty insane for Tier 4, I have to admit that myself. But then in all the practice sessions, I've just been spinning and spinning because the tires just gave out on me. And this time I was really lucky with the safety cars. They came at the second safety car came at the perfect time. So the other guys were in old mediums at the end of the race, and I had just pitted before that safety car. So just worked out perfectly there.
Yeah, it did, because you were 13 lap. You took those soft tires longer than everybody else did, and they weren't too bad. I think I looked at it and the tire thing, so getting close to the edge there. But yeah, that safety car fell right in a perfect condition for you today, and you took advantage of that. You still had to get some nice overtakes done.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, because that was really, really close. Obviously, it was between yourself and. Was it Snelly or Thor or something when they came in for the undercut, that pit stop a little bit lap earlier, whatever, and then...
Yeah, I think Thor got held up in traffic for a slight bit, like just in the third sector, and that was enough for me to get past
it was Thor, yeah. Because Thor was behind, I think, Skintoni or whatever, one of those guys were battling it out. You'll see that in the highlights. And then you came out just ahead of that battle, because if you came out in the middle of it or behind it, it could have turned out a little bit differently on that one. Snell Hanky perhaps could have maybe got that. I don't know, but it was fun. I'm going to let you go. Celebrate some vodka. We put vodka in the champagne, by the way. There's not champagne there, it's vodka.
Well, of course. It's the right track.
Another race win and just a little bit more of a gap. He is starting to fall to form behind these other guys ahead. Anyway, see you in Singapore, my friend.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That was the man that's won again. And I'm going to drag somebody in here, Mr. Kimmy. Welcome to the interview room, if you are there.
Yes, I am.
Kim, now, I keep forgetting, my apologies, what your driver name is.
Futuristic.
Futuristic, there you go. So not the futuristic, well, did you foresee that race not going your way today?
I didn't race.
You did? What are you doing in here?
I'm speaking to the drivers. I'm warming them up, Well,
I'm going to drag Max Splits in here. Jesus, just caught me up. But Max, I'm dragging you in, my friend, because I had Kimmy in here and he's not even driving today. But you did, Max, the Ferrari driver, starting in P13 and finishing in P5.
Yeah,
How was that?
I was about to say, for the first time in SLR, a racing director is invited to the interview. The race, I still don't understand, to be honest. I still don't believe it that I'm P5. I was P13. The quali was kind of bad for me. I felt like I could have much more pace, but on the last one, I felt like I was impeded, not blocked, but impeded by Radaos, I think. But maybe just me who did rage and is overthinking it. But anyway. So yeah, at the start, I got into Bowman kinda brake check after the at the end of the first sector. He kinda brake check. So and I really couldn't avoid him. and so I had to go back to the pit to change the front wing, and I knew there would be at least one safety car because of Russia, but yeah, then after the second restart, Edward also had some damage, and something I couldn't avoid him. He cannot turn white when I turned, so I had a bit of damage for the last maybe 10 laps. So at that point I was like P9 or P10. I had 3 seconds of penalty, and I thought, okay, well, I'm just gonna finish. If I'm lucky, I'm gonna finish P10. I'm still gonna get a point, and that will be a good day in the office. And suddenly, I don't understand what happened in front, but I saw me gradually coming to P5. And yeah, on the last before the last lap, I just let Chaka pass. I thought, okay, that's it. There's no way. There's no need to keep this guy behind me. I'm just gonna lose time, and I want to have a 3 second gap to Chief because he was the only one without a penalty, I think. So I don't know. Maybe it's like me getting the P5. Maybe it's showing to me that actually I have more level than what I think of myself.
I know, yeah, mate. You should be very, very, very impressed with that because you were also. It wasn't an easy race. There was a
No.
lot of battles. There was a lot of overtakes. You had to earn those points today for sure. And especially, to remind everybody out there that you did take that one extra pit stop than everybody else. So you only have to go down to the driver in P9 of Rados that had three overall pit stops. You had 2, because you had that front wing damage on lap 2 or whatever, and you had to replace that. So, and
Yes.
I forgot, I didn't even know you had damage towards the end. So that was even more impressive, my friend.
Yeah, for the last 10 laps, I had a contact when they started to battle hard after the restart with Edward. And yeah, just a bit of chunk, but on Sochi, it's hell to have a bit of damage on front wing. You feel like since it's like 90 degrees corner, it's like it's terrible to turn in. But anyway, and also just one last point. I'm really sorry for Thor because at some point he tried to overtake me on the outside, but I really thought he wouldn't try, and so I really completely closed the door on him. But after, well, he got me and finished on the podium. So I think it didn't went that bad for him, but still I'm really sorry about it for him.
Very admirable of you, and that's what you get to see a lot here with the drivers in SLR for sure. The Tier 4 is over. Thank you very much, Max. Another street circuit. We'll see you in Singapore, and keep the good work. Perhaps a podium or a race win's coming your way.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
All right. No, jump. Thank you very much, Max Splits. So that'll be it. Whammy's back, I believe.
Yes.
The website. You are, my friend. Yeah. So we wrapped up the interviews now anyway. Is there anything you can't say anything to the drivers, they've gone now, but how do you want to summarize that?
I do want to apologize for what has happened. That was unexpected, and I try my best not to have that kind of stuff happen again when streaming. So
yeah, well, mate, not a problem at all, and I appreciate that because usually I am the one broadcasting, but I've not been feeling under the weather, so you've stepped in. And well, obviously, family and all that sort of stuff, you have to do that anyway, regardless. I think you did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
we both covered it, my friend. We got the different camera angles and stuff. I'm going to have the highlights coming up as well. And again, everybody can watch the stream back, of course, anytime you need. It's there. It's on YouTube. So, mate, yeah, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Biggles. And thank you everyone for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow for Tier 3 race in Russia as well. Have a good one, everyone.